Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today I am bringing you my 1 week later with the Pixel 6 Pro, and this video is really meant to show you the highlights, what you should know if you're thinking about buying it, and should you get it. So overall with this phone, Google did send me this phone. I got early access to it, and really the biggest thing about it is that with this phone, it really stands out for being so good at taking photos. Like, this is just the biggest thing about it, right down to it. The camera, is it as good as we thought it would be? Yeah, it kind of is. Now, can you take a bad photo with this? Yes, you can with any phone. But what Pixel's done so well for so long is being able to hand the phone to anyone and they're able to take a good photo with it. And that is what they've really upped the ante on this time. When you take a day shot with it, it looks great, awesome. But I will especially say when you take a picture of a person, it just looks like professional quality, like more of like a professional camera with a regular shot. And that's thanks to the bigger sensor that it now has. It's really good at it. I will say one thing I was really surprised with that they've upped the ante on is low light and portrait without needing to go there. See, I think a lot of other smartphones are entering new modes. Oh, what mode can we put in? You know, cinematic mode, all these different kind of modes. But what Google's doing very well now is taking a low light photo without going to night sight. And that looks just so good. And then being able to take a regular photo without needing to go to portrait. Yeah, portrait's there, and if you want, you can put it there, but it has a big enough sensor that it gives you a natural bokeh effect so you don't have to go there. And that's what really stands out to me when it comes to this. Overall though, the zoom is really good as well. I tested out a couple of different shots, one with my son and kind of zoomed in 4x, and that is going to be really important later as we get to the unblur section. And then you have another ability of being able to not only zoom to 4x, but all the way to 10x, and just seeing how much of a difference that really is. Overall, the zoom is very impressive. It has the same camera as the S20 Ultra when it comes to the 4x optical zoom. So really good in terms of just everything you need to zoom by, but Pixel's software does a really even better job, I would say, than the average camera on a 10 times optical zoom. Way better than you would get with any other smartphone, except maybe if it had a dedicated 10 optical zoom. What about the extras and that kind of stuff? So one thing I will say is that we do have a really unique feature called Unblurring Face. This is a feature made for parents because we always get blurry photos of kids. Kids' faces are always on the move. They're just always going around. And what Google is able to do this time around, and I wish you could undo it to see what it would have looked, but basically when my son was moving around back and forth running around, I was able to take clear shots of definitely his face. So not always clear shots of him, mind you. If his body was moving too quickly, he was literally running back and forth at this gym, I couldn't get the clearest picture of his body, but his face was always in focus and clear. And that is a new unblur feature. Basically, it unblurs the face when it would have been blurred. It basically assembles all of the images of the face together and then combines it to make one. And that is really something that is just, again, so important to parents, because so many times we get blurry photos of kids. They do not sit still. And I'm sure this would do very well for pets as well. So really good when it comes to just being able to take photos with unique features. And there's still more to check out. I will do a full camera deep dive, and that will be coming in the upcoming weeks. So make sure to subscribe to check that out. But now video. So video overall has definitely improved. Before, I was never really comfortable taking videos with my Pixel phone. This has changed that. So give you a little sample of what a video looks like. And that was regular out of the box. They actually have different stabilization modes I'm going to check out and see how they really work and which one's really the best. So there is more to it, but just out of the box, shooting it 4K 60 frames per second, the video quality looks really good. And that is great, because for me, that was the one thing I was missing in my Pixel phone. And I now feel very comfortable shooting with that kind of quality. and that kind of look. Now the battery is something that I still feel I need more time with, and that's why I don't call this a full review, because it's been kind of mixed. I need to do my full battery drain test to really see where it's at, where does it measure up against all the other smartphones, comparing to the iPhone, comparing to the Samsung. So it really is interesting to see how much we're going to keep getting better. And this is a new processor, so that is key to see how it handles when you're not really using it compared to what you do. Now I will be doing my tips and tricks video, so that is going to improve the battery life, and then I will test it to really see how much it can handle when it comes to battery life. Now, since this is a new processor, you have to ask, is it fast? Does it move well? And yeah, it moves really fast. The speed of this phone does very well, and overall everything I needed to do, it just moves smoothly. Now I will say it's only hiccuped on me like once or twice, but other than that, it's really been good and a pleasure to use. It really hasn't seemed like, oh yeah, this is a first gen processor. It really has kind of caught up almost entirely to the latest things out there. The one time it did mess up, as soon as I cleared every app, it was working perfectly then. So again, it can mess up, but it's only done it one instance over a week's time of heavy usage. Now, overall, the interface, the UI, how is it? Well, I will say that for me at least, it's definitely gonna be good, but not, I feel, where it can be when it comes to software wise. I definitely think they should take some cues from Samsung when it comes to good lock and adding different features when it comes to gestures, definitely when it comes to recent apps, and also when it comes to split screen. They are still behind, even though it's the latest and greatest Android. Google still needs to take more cues from Samsung because they're just so far ahead of them in those three categories that they could be better. So very curious to see how that goes. Now, will I say this is the best smartphone of the year? Not quite ready to say that just yet, but it is already in the top 2 after using it for a week. I do need to test it out more. I do need to see more things, but this phone is possibly the first phone since every year that's come out when we've had a Note that has easily been the best phone of the year. This one looks like it might be it. It really does. It has so many extra features, and the camera quality is so far ahead of just always being able to take a good shot no matter who's taking it. It's really impressive. And I'm very curious to see how this turns out. I'm really going to put it through its paces and see where it goes. But this was my most anticipated phone of the year. And so far, does it live up to the hype? Yeah, kind of does. It really kind of does. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What more do you want to see this going against, this being reviewed, tips and tricks, all that kind of stuff? Let me know in the comment section what you want to see from this phone. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Also, follow us on social media at YouTube Tech Guy, and check out some more great tech videos on your screen right now.